let's talk defensive backs. We're going to talk safeties and we're going to talk cornerbacks in this group. All right, guys, right now, starting looks probably something similar to this. Devin Moore, Jordan Castell, Bryce Thornton, Dijon Johnson, potentially Cormani McClain, Sharif Denson, Aaron Gates at that star position. Going through the rest of the roster, you have freshman Drake Stubbs, freshman Ben Hanks, freshman Jabari Flowers, redshirt freshman Teddy Foster, safety Onis Conenberry, who is now on campus. He came a little bit late. You have Lagonza Hayward, Sharif Denson, we already mentioned. Through here, you have Josiah Davis, redshirt freshman as well. Jamrock Grimsley, priorly known as Jameer Grimsley, on this team. And then you've got a number of walk-ons, including Drake Stubbs' brother, Harold Stubbs IV, Vincent Brown Jr., Javion Toombs, Brandon Slade, Winfield Scott, and Alonzo Allen Jr., who we saw a little bit in the bowl game. Gentlemen, what are your thoughts on the defensive back room? Do you want to talk about corners and then safeties, then nickel, or just kind of the group as a whole?
I'm down.
This your bag?
This is definitely my bag, bro. Overall, I like the room. I want to see my safeties. Y'all want to break it down room by room, or my overall?
Yeah, let's just break it down room by room. It'll just be easier. So let's just do cornerbacks. So right now, Devin Moore, Teddy Foster, Jameer Grimsley, Dijon Johnson, Cormani McClain, Ben Hanks, and then Onis Conenberry. That's kind of your DB room, your cornerback room.
Yeah, and Onis just got
like what, 2 weeks ago?
Right when fall camp started, he got here like a couple of days before fall camp.
Yeah. So let's talk corners. I mean, are we pretty set on Devin Moore, Dijon Johnson, or Cormani McClain?
Yeah. Devin Moore is kind of locked in. He's just got to get healthy and give us a full season. But we know, what he brings to the table. Yeah,
has been healthy. I don't know if you can hear that knocking on this wood table.
You
here.
better
Has
give
been
me the
healthy.
same smoke you were giving me about asking questions about DJ Lagway's health.
I think you actually hurt DJ's calf. I think it was you. You in the building. I think you did it.
Yeah. All right. So cornerbacks.
Yeah, I think the battle between Dijon just got back to camp as well. So 25 is probably like the leader of that spot. But I think you got three guys I trust on the island right there. After that, Ben Hayes has been making a lot of noise. Would have liked to see Grimsley just physically look better. He may be killing it in practice, but physically, I'm not really liking the off season that he had, just from a physical standpoint. Looking at, I know he's recovering from an injury. Like what I'm hearing from Ben Hanks. Who else?
That's the issue. That's really the issue.
Teddy Foster,
Teddy Foster.
It gets iffy after that.
Oh, and then Michael Caraway Jr. I forgot about him. The transfer from
Mississippi State. No, forget about him again.
Or Southern Miss. Sorry.
Yeah, for sure. But I think
he's definitely on the roster. So
yeah, that's my overall just synopsis of the DB room. Like after those first three guys, I think Ben Hanks has a high ceiling. I like Grimsley's ceiling and what he can be. Onis, I think, jump a few guys. I know he's here late. But physically, he's on point. He looks like a SEC DB. I love this tape. I think he was very underrated. The staff likes him. I'm hearing some good things about him, even before he even got to campus, that they think he's a guy that could probably press for some playing time this fall. But after those three guys, it gets a little iffy. In overall DB room, I would like to see some flexibility. I think Bridges saved us in a lot of different capacities. Aaron Gates is a possible guy that you could possibly throw out wide and put in some one-on-one situations at corner. Wouldn't mind seeing that. Wouldn't mind seeing Aaron Gates at safety as well. We'll talk about that later. But it gets iffy after those top three, in my opinion. A lot of inexperience.
Yeah, I think maybe I expected a little bit more out of Jamrock Grimsley at this point. I thought that he might be a little bit higher, not necessarily competing for. maybe just a little bit higher on the depth chart there. Teddy Foster, a guy that I was high on coming out of high school, very raw player. I think this is only, going into maybe his 4th year of playing football. So still raw. Obviously, everybody saw Dallas Wilson cook him on an Instagram clip or an X clip there. But I think Devin Moore is a potential first, second, third round draft pick if he can stay healthy, right? He just hasn't had enough playing time under his belt yet and hasn't had a full healthy season, but he is your number one cornerback in that room. And I think he's one of the better cornerbacks in college football when he's healthy. Dejon Johnson obviously dealt with some off the field stuff and injury too, right, Nick?
Yes, he was back today, though.
He was back today. Okay. I saw Vernon Hargraves was on campus this weekend, and I think he posted a photo of him.
Yeah. So
on Saturday.
He did not go through Saturday. He was back today.
Yeah. I think it was like some private, like individual stuff.
Yep.
So Dejon Johnson's back today. He's been out for a while. Cormani McClain, former 5-star, obviously had the talent in high school, had some things that he worked through. And seemingly other than maybe the first couple months that he's here, has kind of been on this, on a good path to getting a lot of opportunity, a lot of playing time. You saw what you might be able to see out of him out of the full year when he played against Kentucky. And so that was really cool for him to get that pick 6 in that game. But there's a lot of hype there. But again, you've got to, in my opinion, you just got a question mark there, right? Dejon Johnson, I think, has some good skill. We've seen him get torched at times. And now he's moving in, and DBs are going to get beat, right? But now he's going to be moving into a more full-time, starting role, or him or Cormani are, and neither one of them have had that full-time role at UF. Right. So that's something you have to deal with.
Yeah. Regardless of like them, I know what those dudes bring to the table. Like Dejon and Cormani are going to be, they're lockdown type corners. I trust them on the island. It's just after them, it gets a little tricky. They got to stay. And then we got 2 of those guys we're talking about that just haven't been the healthiest. Dejon missed a lot, most of spring. I think he did a little something here and there, but he missed most of spring. Early in camp, he's missed. And Devin Moore has just been injury riddled, since he's gotten here. So 25, I think, is the most reliable guy just from a health standpoint that we can rely on. But you keep those guys healthy throughout the season, we got 3 lockdown dudes that I could trust on a one-on-one island.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a theme, at least for me, with this whole room, is that I like the guys there, but after the front line, experience is just not there. It's just not there.
I mean, even on the front line, it's a little shaky. I mean, Cormani McClain hasn't played much in
Cormani
2 years.
Looks good.
I'm not saying that he hasn't, right? And that's
no. I'm saying spring started to click. So I've always said this: it's never been an on the field thing. It's always been some like stuff off the field. But on the field, I've watched Quincy Tease. I'm blanking on the coach's name now, but watching these guys, so Cormani's so athletically gifted that he would get lazy with his footwork, get lazy with his technique, because even if he got beat, he had the speed to catch up. And they're just like hammering into his head, like, hey, you don't have to chase people. You can just keep them in front of you. And he's been doing a really good job. He's been coachable. Probably a lot of props to Quincy Wilson. I don't know if he wants to coach. He seems to be enjoying it. Get to see him every day. Yes. Yeah. But like he puts in extra work with all of the cornerbacks. He's always with somebody. Quincy had a good career.
Yeah, he did. But he also threw his shoe, so that's the least he could do.
No, he didn't.
No, that was Marco.
Marco. Wrong brother.
Yeah.
He still should make up for your brother throwing the shoe. Like,
buddy, Marco.
The whole family owes us like DB practice. Like
Marco ain't coming back.
We don't want
to Gainesville. Chad ain't coming back to Gainesville.
Very good.
Quincy. It's credit to him and credit to Tease. Both of them put in a lot of work with the cornerbacks after. Cormani looks awesome.
Yeah, one of the things I want to see Cormani get better on is zone. I think he's great in man coverage. Sometimes in zone, like assignment wise, he don't really stay on script. Another thing is tackling. I think the size he put on is going to help him in that capacity. I seen him in some of the clips that they put out from the team, him doing some good tackling with the running back. So those two things I think that he can improve on, but he's him. Like he just got to be locked in and focused. Off the field, on the field. If he's locked in, we got a potential like first round type talent. Speed wise, size wise, like the kid got everything you want in a lockdown corner for sure.
Rob asked a question, Nick. I want you to give us your thoughts from what you see at practice. And you may not like totally know or get it, or may not have like a super strong opinion here, but Deron Wilson versus Will Harris in terms of coaching style and kind of what you see and hear from him at practice.
Yeah, I really haven't seen a ton of Deron, obviously, because he just got here. I didn't see a ton of Will either. Mm-hmm. The players liked Will. I think Will did a really good job of getting more physicality into the room, which Deron is now coaching. I think it's a hilarious story talking to Will right when he got to Florida before that early signing day 2 years ago, was it?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah, I'm going to like watch film. I got my iPad. I'm going to California, grab my stuff, and then like flying back. And I think like by the time the plane landed in California, it was like offer.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he watched a bunch of film and saw nobody in my room tackles. And let me go find some guys who will tackle. I think Deron's good. He works really closely with Vinnie Sunseri, who I think is really good. They kind of work together. Even like when the positions break up, the entire DB room breaks up after practice and goes together. Not cornerback, star, safeties. The entire DB room is together, and they kind of address the room together. But yeah, I think he's been good. He was on Cormani a ton in the spring, and it'll be good. We'll see. But I think you've got the talent. Those three. You've got the talent, and then Sharif Denson at star. That'll be a quicker room to cover before we get to safety. Yeah. Sharif Denson at star. He has stepped up vocally as a leader. And I think he's got that position locked down. Aaron Gates would be behind him. I'm just hoping, talking to Aaron Gates, knowing his story a little bit, having the injury, missing his end of his senior year.
Yeah, I thought he missed the whole senior year. No,
maybe.
Isn't that part of what his appeal was? Like Florida kept with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then had the knee surgery at Florida. He had a setback during his recovery, had to get it cleaned up. Like he's had a long, long road. When he's healthy, and he has been, like Billy's not lying when he says this guy can play all 5 spots. Like he's stupid athletic. Talking to him at our Florida Victorious Media Day, driven, like chomping at the bit to play. And when he's healthy, knows for the ball, knows where to be on the field. Active tackler as well.
Yeah, I think Aaron Gates has got to start. And I think you need to find a way to get your 5 best DBs on the field. If that's Sharif Denson at the start, that's cool. But to me, the best DB going down the stretch last year before he got hurt was Aaron Gates. I think he just brings something totally different to the table, bro. He's a straight up killer. Everybody else is cool. Like I like Cormani, like ceiling. I think he's the most talented. But you talking about the complete package and who was just playing with an attitude and bringing that funk a little bit. Like Aaron Gates is him. So I wouldn't mind. Like I think everybody should be on the short leash with trying to prove what you can do. Like we're gonna talk about safety position a little bit, but here's my opinion. I think your best 5 is Thornton, Aaron Gates at safety, Denson at the star, and then you can split Cormani and Dijon however you want to there. They 1A1 beating Devin Moore. I think that's your best 5. No shots at Castell or anything. I like Jordan Castell's game, but there's a lot to be desired on the back end. Interception-wise, pass breakup-wise, he got to get more productive, even with tackling. I know he had that shoulder last year, but it wasn't the pleasant of things. As a DB, I need my safety running that alley with bad intentions. So from a ball hawk standpoint and run stoppage, I wasn't the highest on Castell. I love to see Aaron Gates get some safety reps, man.
Yeah,
and both of them, it's been interesting to see how that works. It hasn't been over Castell, but Bryce Thornton's kind of stubbed out, and Gates has worked at safety. Denson's worked at safety. They're cross-training those guys. Caraway's, I think, in that mix too at star. But, like, think will be a solid special teams contributor.
Who's that? Carroll.
Hey, Billy get you drafted if you can do special teams well, kid. So,
Jamarcus Weston's gonna be a millionaire
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. I been told y'all, bro. The muck don't miss, baby. the muck don't miss. I didn't know he was gonna be a defensive end or a linebacker. I had him at receiver, but
outside of Josiah Davis, who only played.
Josiah Davis is playing a bunch.
Hold on one second. Outside of him playing just 9 snaps last year, Jordan Castell was ranked as your lowest coverage defensive back.
Yeah, that's funky business, man. I love the kid. Hope he improves. Year 3 is when a lot of our safeties traditionally has turned the corner, right?
And Sharif Denson just 2 spots above him. So behind DJ Douglas, surprisingly.
Yeah, you got to get Aaron Gates is a penciled in starter. Where's Aaron Gates rank?
Played 194 coverage or passing snaps. Of the returners that are ahead of him, that are returning, that played meaningful snaps, Devin Moore, then Jameer Grimsley or Jamrock, but he only played 18. Bryce Thornton. So Devin Moore, Bryce Thornton, Dijon Johnson, then Aaron Gates in terms of coverage. Pro Football Focus.
Very nice. Yeah, I got my eye on the safety room, bro. We'll see how it all. Y'all want to talk safeties? Because safeties get young quick.
Yeah. So
after the starting too.
Yeah. So Jordan Castell, Bryce Thornton, and then is Alfonso Allen the backup?
Baylor, no.
Okay. Baylor transfer, walked on, I believe, to UF. Drake Stubbs is in there. Laganja Hayward is in there as well, but obviously a very young crew there. Aaron Gates might shift over. I don't know if Sharif Denson would move over as well.
No, Aaron Gates is rep there. Sharif has rep there, but Sharif's going to be your starting star.
Yeah. I mean, it's
just like
inexperienced.
Drake Stubbs back there, but
Aaron Gates needs to start. What are we doing?
You just got to keep him healthy. Got to keep him healthy. He's not in line to start again as of August 11th. Not in line to start, but in line to play.
I've got a new concern. I didn't want to have one. I got some concern.
Negative Dan. Been dragging the show down for years.
These are like personnel decisions early on last year. I think cost us some games, like like a lot of reasons. So I'm on the same tip. Like playing the right guys early is gonna determine a lot. I think Aaron Gates is a no-brainer. I don't think this is a whole lot, and there's no shot at Sharif Denson. I think he's a good football player, but Aaron Gates is different.
Yeah.
And I think he should be starting. I know he sat out. I don't know if he's back 100%, but they're saying he's back 100%. If Aaron Gates is back 100% and he's I don't know why he's not on the football field. He's one of your top 3-4 DBs, 2-3 DBs. It's not even questionable. So, for him to be sitting on the bench to start a game and guys be getting reps over him, yeah, I'm with Dan. I got some questions. I'm just eyeing it. I'm not saying I know more than the coaches. I'm just, I have some questions. Because Boone shouldn't have been looking at that position now. Why was Justice Boone starting on my defensive line? It's a war crime.
Yeah, you had Asa Turner and DJ Douglas last year, right? So obviously, I think the Gators are going to absolutely miss Trikweze Bridges. I think that he was a great glue piece to that defense. I think that that's a big gap to fill, right? And there's some talent there, but there's some question marks, all right? Especially when you look at that depth, and because when you pull up the Gators roster, all of the DBs are together, right? So you just start clumping them together, and you're like, oh, we got some guys, and then you look at like a proposed depth chart, and you're like, Drake Stubbs is your backup, and then a walk-on. Now, I know he played at Baylor, but Alonzo Allen is your is your other backup, right? So you have a walk-on. What? Who's the other backup?
You're not going to see 43. Lagonza Haywood's there.
Lagonza is there, right?
Yeah.
But again, I know what you're saying is like a little tongue-in-cheek there, but
no, like what, like
still true
freshman, right. What you're saying is right, and it gets, but like you're not going to see 43 playing safety. You will put one of the freshmen will play, but like the
crazy.
I think that's his number,
and that's crazy. Like if you gave him 43,
yeah, it's 43.
Yeah, don't put him on my field.
You can't give Lagonza Hayward 2 and Drake Stubbs 9 and keep him off the field.
I'm at 43, right? Yeah. Well, first off, Shady, dope kid, cool kid, likes to hit. Drake Stubbs, I think, is like Drake Stubbs is already like setting aside some of his NIL money for like future targeting fines in the NFL. Loves hitting. You just get young. Like that's the theme of the defensive backs, is that the front line has a ton of experience, a ton of talent. There's talent behind them, but a lot of those guys have as many snaps with the Gators as the three of us do. That'll change. They'll quickly take over.
Right.
Our established record of 0 starts with the Gators and 0 snaps. But like as we stand right now, there's just young talent. But that safety spot I'm more worried about in terms of that, because they're asked to do so much and you're getting guys aligned. And when things are moving fast and you're trying to make sure the corner knows what he's doing, that the linebackers are where they are, you can forget what you're doing, or a guy can get in the wrong spot. You see that he's in the wrong spot. And now you get out of the wrong spot and then you end up getting beat. There's just so many moving pieces mentally.
This is the theme that I had, and it's not negative. It's
sounds negative already.
Yeah, it's going to probably sound a little negative. You are replacing a lot of key positions in important positions with very young players, and not just young in years, but young in the amount of experience that they're going to have. And you're asking them to do a lot. I think that they are all very talented, and I think that they have what it takes to be great or good, but there is just something about replacing a lot of your linebacking group, right? Replacing some key positions in the defensive backfield where they've got to really be meshing and gelling well and staying healthy, of course.
Yeah, I've got no problems with the linebacker room. Like,
no, I'm not saying that I have problems. And that's where I didn't want it to get it confused. Like, I think that there's a ton of talent, and I think if you look at that linebacking crew, you're like, yes, this is what a linebacking crew should look like. Speed, size, athleticism, headhunters, know the game of football, students of the game. Same in the defensive backfield, right? Like you have Devin Moore, who's a highly ranked 4-star. You have Cormani McClain, who was a 5-star. Jameer Grimsley was a 4-star. You have Drake Stubbs was one of the highest ranked safeties in the class. Lagonza Hayward is very well respected. You have a lot of players there, but still missing some of that talent. So, some of that experience. So, but I do think that they are a very good group. I do worry a little bit about that. And that's why I am happy we are playing LIU and USF to start the year.
Yeah. Billy spoke about that in the presser. He said the scrimmage and the last practice, he's trying to get the backup safeties more reps, which is very important. It's easier to play. The further away you are from the football, it's easier to play as a true freshman.
Not safety.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but they played Jordan Castell as a true freshman. I think both our true freshmen are more talented than Jordan Castell coming out of high school. You got 2 blue chipper that both of these guys at one point, I believe, were 5-stars, like very talented guys. So it's all about just, you don't want both of them on the field at the same time. But once one of those guys go down, you got to have either Aaron Gates fill in. But if he's not the guy, you just got to trust one of the safeties to go make plays. Like, their ceiling's high. They're going to make some mistakes. If you throw them out there, a mistake is going to happen. But I think the likelihood of you ball hawking something is probably higher with a true freshman than with Castell.
Yeah.
I feel more confident than Lagonza or Drake Stubbs making a turnover or coming down smacking somebody in the run game, than Jordan Castell. And there's no shot at him. It's just I haven't seen it, So I'm not mad if we go young because they knew the depth chart before, they settled on we got upperclassmen, then we get right to freshmen. Right. They didn't get aggressive in the transfer portal with trying to bring somebody in. Losing Greg Smith was definitely a blow. I don't know what he was thinking. He's a linebacker now in North Carolina. Yeah. Terrible decision, my guy. You're talking about going from starter reps. Like Greg Smith would have been. It would have been a lot less questions if Greg Smith had stayed. But he's out of the room. You let him walk.
He's playing linebacker in the ACC.
I mean, it depends on how it shake out. Like, we'll find out if it was a bad decision even on our part. Maybe we should have paid him to stay. We don't know yet. We'll find out this fall. But the room is what it is. And I do like, getting young isn't the ideal situation for this defense. But the ceiling's high for both of those guys. And I like to throw my DBs in fire.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I think the fact that you have a very good defensive line can help minimize some of those mistakes too.
Well, the pass rush it's going to be on point. You have a lot of time back there.
Yeah. So, there's going to be question marks on every football team, especially in the NIL era. These players are going to want to play and they're going to want that opportunity. And we're going to see what these freshmen have early and often. But I am very confident about what their skill set that they're bringing to the table is now and who they were as recruits and how we've heard that they've developed this offseason and going into the spring. Obviously, it's not the most ideal situation, but at least that is what your fallback plan is.
I like the room. I don't love the sharp drop off and experience, but like the room.
And that's what I mean. Like you start to think, right, in the question earlier about Billy Napier and being back and everything else, it's like, you're going to lose some stuff you're going to lose a lot on the offensive line. You're going to lose some on the defensive line. But those guys going into their sophomore, junior, and senior year, I mean, there's some incredible talent, right? It's exciting to think about.
How did Stubbs and Lagonza look in the scrimmage?
Let me pull. Ooh, hold on. I got stats. Hold on. Hold, please.
Hey, y'all smash that retweet. Steve Harris, I see you, man. My guy, Mackenzie, Dream, I see you, man. I appreciate the retweet. Everybody that's hanging out with us. Gators with the triple Z's. Wake up, my guy. You got too many Z's on that thing, man.
Dan can cover with Banks claps in the pocket. Hey. Interception specialist, intramural fraternity league.
Lagonza, I'm looking at my stats here. Lagonza had a really good day. Had an interception. That must have been. I can't remember which one that was.
They had it in the highlight clip.
An interception, 3 total tackles. So that was just all right.
Got you.
It's all right.
Yeah,
but Drake's my guy.
Yeah, right.
Drake Stubbs is your guy?
My guy from Duval.
Love
Duval is deep.
Had him right on after he committed.
One more. How Moise seemed to be coming along fairly fast. Like how late he got here. I know there's a lot of talent in that room, but he ran with the ones a little bit in camp as well.
Yeah. So I talked about it a little bit while you were Dan let you the hamster to run your internet, but he's someone who's really taking advantage of the 3 guys, Mizell, Dallas, and Trey, Mizell and the Wilsons being out. Moise is taking advantage of that. I was telling Dan he still runs routes wrong a little bit, and I don't mean like the wrong route, but like the depth of the route. And hey, we want this to be flat. We want this. This has to be this kind of sharp kind of thing. But he is every bit of the 6'3" he's listed at. He goes up, he can high point the football. Behind in terms of the other 3 guys got on campus before him. But yeah, he's gotten reps with the ones, but so has like Jackson Wade.
Who?
83.
Yeah, I don't know who Jackson Wade is. Shout out to Jackson
Wade is like White Lightning.
Sneaky fast.
It's kind of guy I need to learn.
Jim Rat.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he touched my field in meaningful snaps, I'm gonna be fire hot. No. It's not your fault you're on the field, Jackson Wade. I'm just,